Hey everybody. Well, welcome back to another live feed of Dragon Speed Shop. We're gonna continue work on the Oldsmobile. Wait here a couple minutes and see if we can get some more people in here. Oh, let's see. So I think today we'll continue working on the body of this thing. Get some more body mods. Chris, welcome. How's things going in your neck of the woods? And what you working on? Anything fun and exciting? Ugh. Hot 53 making some parts for it. Making some parts for it. What are you making? What parts you making? Oh, where's my sanding stick? Oh, very nice. Chris, I know you don't make it very often to these live feeds, so if you got any questions, feel free. Or if you need some help with your build or whatever. There's my chunk of wood. That light's a little bright. Let's see if we can dull that down a little. I'm not sanding it that hard. Or are you talking about these? Trying to get rid of this trim that's back here on this resin body. No, it's not heavy sanding. Resin's pretty hard to begin with, so I've kind of got to be aggressive with it. So yeah, I guess it is kind of hard sanding, heavy sanding. This is a resin body. It's a pretty thick body. And you can see how it's eating that sponge up. So yeah, I guess you could say it's a little heavy sanding. Yeah, resin's kind of a different animal than plastic. And you can see that's the plastic hood, factory hood, and this is all resin. But we'll go back with different grits. Sand everything out real nice and smooth. You never dealt with any resin parts before? Oh, you're stuck on styrene. Welcome. Just watched a couple of your videos. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, this is your first time here. Nice to meet you. Well, Tony, since I think this is your first live stream with me, working on a 1950 Oldsmobile. This is the Jimmy Flintstone's resin body. Behind that is full custom frame, suspension. That we done. It's 4-linked in the rear, air suspension. Lot of custom parts to this build. Have any questions or anything of what's going on and stuff like that, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Well, scratch building is a lot of fun, but geez, is it tedious. And a headache on most days. Time you're gonna love my channel. Chris does got some cool builds. Four-link on mine? It's more of a 3-link, not a 4-link. Well, we can take a closer look at it. I've done this style suspension. This will be number 2 or 3. Rather than Mustang came first, or this one did, I can't remember. So if you want to look at it, we can take a closer look at it. It's kind of a unique suspension. Just let me know if you want to take a closer look at that rear suspension on there or not. Chris, I think you know, but stuck on styrene every Sunday. I try to do a live feed where we work on this build. There is a matching boat and trailer that goes with this. It's just hiding back there in the booth. I had to paint some things on it today. Let's see. Grab my light over here. That's pretty much gone. So the suspension I used on this in the rear is kind of a replicated suspension. Company out of California, they do kind of a pro touring aftermarket kit for muscle cars and stuff, and that's kind of what I replicated. Yep, 1950 Olds. This one's just a wagon version or fastback version. But the rear suspension, my motor doesn't fall out, uses kind of one central bar connects to the bottom of the axle, and then 2 off to the sides. And then I just threw some airbags on it. Kind of a really unique suspension. Oh, what's going on over here? All right. This thing will lay frame. I don't think you've seen, but the boat trailer that goes with this actually lays frame with it. So the frame sitting on the ground, the boat frame actually sits on the ground using air ride. Kind of really cool. Not my design, but I had to modify it. Now, what color do we want today? Red? We'll go red. Let's put you down yonder. I think last video we made the custom rear bumper. Let's see. So that right there is the stock bumper. It's our heavily modified and shortened rear bumper now. A little bit different. Chris, I need your comment up there, the frame. What did you want to see on it? Here, we pull this thing out. Oh, party foul on my end. Forgot to mute the phone. Sorry. Ugh. Oh, where can I go to get an extended view of this? Of the frame, or what do you want to see more of? Well, the only time that I work on this build or anything is during the live feed. There is some pictures of it on my Instagram, but if you want pictures or something or whatever you want, let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Want to know how to make a custom frame, like a sight? for the rear suspension or for the car. I do have some pictures of this build on my Instagram. I've been really slacking on getting pictures out, but I've just been super busy. So for this frame, I used so this is all the cross braces, all the like 45-degree cross members. That's what I use that. For the rear sub, yes, there is a page. Give me a second and I will pull that up for you. And then the main part of my frame is built out of this. So that's the two sizes I used for the frame on that one. The rear sub, let's pull that up for you. Let's go here. And it is. Hold on a second. What is it? I gotta go through my staggering again. Oops. I believe my memory shoots. That's what I use for the control arms. It's 1/8 tubing. All right. Total coast is. It's gonna get shaky. That's what I kind of replicated on this one. I did a lot better job on my Mustang build, but that's who you're looking for. They're the ones that I've replicated their suspension. This will be the third time on the Oldsmobile. So there's your web pages for that. Let's see. We can have move bag. So this is my Mustang rear suspension. Pull these off. Let me take a better look at that. So that's what I've replicated on a Mustang build that I'm doing. Pretty close to what they have. I know it's so fun to watch people sand. Isn't it just the greatest? The one I was using. Yeah, it's a little bit different. This build is for a show that comes next year. I'm from Utah. That's the biggest kind of show that comes to Utah. But it brings out all the really big wigs. What's that size again for the control arms? That show is GSL. It comes every other year. So I've got this, the boat, the Mustang, and the Bug. That is all for that build. Good morning, Full Throttle. Welcome. 64 Impala rear suspension for my 29 Rat. Oh, that's awesome. Full Throttle, how's things in your neck of the woods? I hate sinning. Good and hot. Gotta love hot. You can see me, I'm shaking my head in the background. Full Throttle, what are you working on right now? I don't remember. '41 Chevy truck, that's right. I've been out of town for a week and I gotta go out of town again, so there will be no bug update video because I haven't done anything to it. Head out tomorrow morning for another week out of town. I know, I haven't done anything to it. I haven't even touched it. My name's Tyler. I'm on Facebook, but it's not Dragon Speed Shop, so. Felt on the bottom of that thing. There's still so much sanding on this thing. One of these freaking wheel wells. And doors. And windows. It's so much. Come here. You come out. Take a gander here. Not a problem. I'm horrible at names, so I probably won't remember yours. Think here. Unless I talk to you. I mean, I even said stuff to Full Throttle, and I can't remember his name. To notch the back of the frame, it really all depends. Hold on. On how low you actually want the frame to sit. You've got to kind of think, do I want this sitting on the frame? If I have it sitting on the frame, am I going to do air ride suspension? If you're not, then you need to kind of figure out your ride height on where you want the frame. My Mustang frame, I ended up doing about this high. Why is my table such a mess? So this is my Mustang frame. I wanted it not sitting on the ground, but I wanted it super low. So that all depends on where you want your frame. Get your frame to sit how you want it. The ride height on where you want it. You can see there's a big difference between sitting on the ground and this one. The next thing I would do is get the wheels and tires you're going to use and your axle that you're going to use, and then you can figure out how much you need to cut your frame. The Oldsmobile, this top kind of cross member here, the top part of the frame, is sitting right on top of the axle, so when that suspension's fully compressed, that's kind of its bump stop. This one's not, it's riding on leaf springs, so I've got a little bit more clearance there for that. So that all depends on, you know, where you want your frame to sit and how you want your suspension to sit. You know, just keep in mind when you drop your frame to keep your motor, you know, in the same height, so your driveline angles aren't real funny. A silly little Coyote motor. You can kind of see there, I gotta fix this cross member still. But from my transmission to my rear end, it's sitting at the same height. You know, same with on the Oldsmobile, this is all sitting at the same height. So I would, if it was me starting off when I start frames, um, get your axle, get your wheels and tires, and just set them by your frame, and then you'll know where to cut your frame, how high it needs to come up or how low, you know, kind of with your C channel so you sits where you want it. If that makes sense. Load her back up there. That's the first time that Mustang's been out in like a month. So I can show you a little bit more here on that rear end. You can see it's sitting right on the bottom part of that frame. So that's where I kind of judged the height on how I wanted that part of the frame to be. I could have dropped it, you know, kind of C-channeled it, but I kind of like this look sitting underneath the body. I kind of like this big open kind of rear end. So you can see all the suspension. You know, I've got a fuel cell that will go back here. You'll see the air ride tank back here. So everything will kind of be seen and visible. So I kind of wanted that big open area. So that's why I didn't come back down to meet the bumper. I got built some brackets to meet the bumper, but that's no big deal. Alright, what else am I going to sand off this thing? Let's see. There's probably quite a few tutorials out there on how to C-channel a frame that will kind of give you a little bit more in depth there. Wrong one. This is horrible. This is why resin is so much fun. So much cleaning up. Alright, let's play with the front bumper then. We need to narrow it. It's sticking too far out. I've got a little center mark. So let's do some cutting. Throw things. I'll turn it back now. I lost my front bumper. Tom and Jerry and then. Get back here. And you guys can kind of see what the heck I'm doing here. Got a really bad habit of that. I was trying to get this bumper to fit a little tighter to the body. It was pretty tight to begin with, but never hurts to get it a little bit tighter. Give me a second here, guys. That means two. Oh, come on, stop it. Really hate doing custom parts sometimes. Oh, sorry guys, I kind of have to do this off camera to get this glued back on. It wants to stay where it's supposed to. Oh, you guys are chatting, Tom. You need. Let's see. You know, easier ways are always nice. I think even almost every single one of my builds I've had to do a little bit of custom framework. So it started to become a little easier for me. And I actually started full custom frames. And that's not fun, I'll tell you. Full custom frames kind of suck. But I think the end result of it will be a lot better. Bumper looks a little better now. She's pulled a little tighter on the one side. Doesn't have such a big gaping gap right there. A little bit of a gap, but that's what I want. Have a good one. Enjoy. Fortunately, I think I really am sitting in a pile of styrene. My desk is starting to drive me up a wall because it's a disaster everywhere. I got Oldsmobile parts over there. I've got bug parts over there. Mustang parts here. Boats clearing the hell over there. I mean, my background, it's horrible. How can one live in such filth? Oh, what are we at? 47 minutes. Oh, got a little bit of sanding and a front bumper done. Woo! You guys got any questions for me? Play Q&A for a minute while that bumper dries. Nothing? Nobody wants to answer it or ask any questions? Not one of those guys that hold back secrets. You want to know, I'll teach you. If I know it. I need that website again. For the suspension. You're making me pull it up again. I should just bookmark it. Yeah. Here, we'll go like this. Copy here. There you go. Will that work? Can you click on it? You can click on it too. Alright, there's one side. Let's do the other. Hacky hacking. Gotta love it. Where's my saw? Same angle. Same spot. Oh, let's see. I just got a Nova. Just waiting on that frame. Well, you're Nova. And what you doing to it? 66. Real or model? Model. That'd be a good suspension for it. I think they have a Nova. One I've been replicating is Mustangs. Come on. Yeah, what? Really? Computer. Also car, Falcon, Mercury, Cougar, Ranchero, Chevy. Look at that, Nova. Yeah, they've got pretty close to what they have for, oh, they even got a front clip for the Novas on there. 63 Nova. Novas all around. One front bumper. Mm. 69 Nova. You guys and your Novas. Full throttle, where is everyone else? Usually tunes in with us. Couple new guys, that's really exciting. Where's all the rest of the dum-dums? I'm not calling you guys dum-dums because I'm one of them. The styrene addicts usually pop in here. Got 3 people watching. Well, I talked to John 2 days ago. Day ago? No, 2 days ago. He was asking if I ever found any information on that restoration project I'm doing, and I haven't. But it's coming along. The only thing I really need to know is the front hood, if there was headlights on it or not at this point. Oh, let's get it out of its hole where it's hiding. Slowly been working on it. Spent about, probably 3 hours polishing the body. I've still got a little bit more polishing to do on it. Got it all. Waited almost a full hour without it pausing on us. We got the, come on, interior all cleaned up, but now the door panel just popped off on me. That's awesome. But this is pretty cool. This is what I was talking about on the interior. Not that I wanted it to fall out, but what he did to this interior. It's just like paper thin. Now that I gotta glue that back on. That's alright. I got the interior all cleaned. Got the undercarriage all nice and cleaned up. Still gotta make some pins here to hold the front clip on. But it's slowly getting there. It was really entertaining to find out where the body actually sat compared to the comparison of the height of the hood, but that's how she sits. I mean, there's like a paper gap from the top of that wheel to the top of that fender. It's crazy. Back in its hidey hole it goes. For safety. That's slowly getting there. Taking a lot longer than I want it to, but well, let's take a look at the new front end of this Oldsmobile now. Not breaking too much parts. Well, there's the new look. I think. Let's see. What do I do with my piece of wood? And up here, look, I have some of this. Scissors. I'll cut a small chunk of this. Thanks to a really good friend of mine getting this to me. But we will take some of this mesh, and I think we will very carefully stick it up behind there. That'll look pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. But guys, I think that is going to be it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in, all of you. Well, whopping 3. I think we made it to 6 at one point. But thank you guys. Now you guys, I don't think I'd keep doing this live stream, but thank you. Till next time, guys. Till next Sunday, actually. No video this week, I'm sorry. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy the rest of what's left of your weekend.